Gamecock Nation, welcome back to another podcast of Completely Cocky. It's your boy Darius Rush,
And you boy Jeff Van.
coming off another win against Vandy. Was second SEC road road game of the season. Pulling out a win versus the Commodores down there in Nashville. Great win for the team. Taking into the this week right here, but we're gonna recap on that game and I'll say that game right there. I mean, it's every SEC game is important, but not only was that game important to us, it was more of a morale booster for the loss against Missouri. Because I mean, coming off a loss, I mean, just bouncing back and to come out that Saturday and come perform the way we did. From a defensive standpoint, of course, we allowed some things to pop out of there in the run game. Gave up some passes in the pass game, but I mean, that's just a part of the game. You're gonna have teams, no matter what caliber they are, they're gonna make plays because I mean they got guys on scholarship as well. So I'd say for the most part, it was an overall good team win. Uh, Winning Sunday and corrected things we needed to correct, whether that was on the defensive side, specifically in the secondary communication, knowing our checks and trying to figure out in certain aspects of the game where things happen and we gave up explosives, what we could have done better. So, like I said, good win for the team. Not really much to say other than what was that, 14 years straight, man. 14 years straight, keeping the streak going. So, Ja, who'd you say from an offensive standpoint how that game went for you guys? You guys were like on a roll, man.
Yeah, man, we was on the road. I think we scored like on the first, like our first 3 out of 4 possessions. I think. Yeah, we went up fast. It's always good for offense to start out fast, especially scoring on the first drive. Um, like I said, we started out fast. We put up points. I said we knew, like I said, going into that game, we had to take advantage of our opportunities. Just taking away what the defense was giving us. However, like going into halftime, coming out to the second half, we were kind of slow. We scored 7 points in that whole second half, which is I wouldn't say you know not to our standard or whatnot, but it's like got to be able to score points. You know what I'm saying? But however, like you said, man, it was a good win. It was good for the offense to come out rolling the way we did, just so you guys was coming off the field, and we was putting up points. So obviously, like you said, man, it was a good morale team win. Especially like you said, coming off that loss against Missouri, where we know we should have had that win, but being able to go on the road into another SEC environment, which they are never easy. But however, just being able to come out and put up points against those guys, which they were actually pretty good defense. Like you said, they were fast. They was all over the field. We just took advantage of opportunities and were able to get open as receivers. Like I said, our receiver room, we played very well. I think 3 of us scored in that receiver room. I think Juice had 2 touchdowns. Um, Shoot, I had a
Oh yeah.
touchdown. Xavier had a touchdown. So it's like, it's always good for us the receivers to go out there, showcase our talents and stuff. When the ball is flying us, we just got to go out there and make something happen with it. But it was actually, it was definitely a good win. And like I said, we got Florida coming up this weekend. We just got to go out there and do the same thing on the road.
I mean, dog. I mean, you with the head top. I mean, you over there just you with the head top touchdown. I mean, we ain't gonna forget about that one now.
Man,
So it was like going through that sequence. Like, how did that play break down?
um, it's crazy because I think like when we had went over that play, um, we went over that play in practice. I think like Tuesday, either Tuesday or that. Yeah, it was that Tuesday, and I actually told Spence. I was like, hey man, like if this man covers something, man, make sure because that play, like, I'm not designed to get the ball. Unfortunately, like I still got it. I ain't gonna say unfortunately. Fortunately, I still got it, but it's like I'm kind of an alert read versus man coverage or whatnot. But I'm telling him, I'm like, hey man, all week I've been running, I've been open, I've been open, I've been open. Just look out for me, just look out for me. I've been open. Um, like I said, I just so happened to be in the game on that play when he called it. So like I was like, oh yeah, like it's a possibility I'm gonna get this ball. But like I said, pretty much all year when Spencer been scrambling out the pocket, I just been trying to just get open and make a play for him. And like I said, he started rolling out, so I don't even know what I did in the back of the end zone, but I just did some whoop de whoop stuff. And I was in the back of the end zone, I threw my hand up, and I seen him throw the ball, and I promise like the ball like it was going out of bounds, but I seen like it was line drive. So I was like, oh yeah, I gotta go get this one. And came down with it, so
I mean, because it looked like that because like how you when you caught it, and then like afterwards you like snatched away, and then he fell on his back, bro. That took me back to that Julio Jones catching the end zone. I mean, even though he didn't get his hands on it, like you snatched, and then he fell on his back. You looked down, and then you just threw your hands up. He was like,
Yeah, I had to hurry up and catch myself. Going back to the freaking Georgia game last year when they threw that dang penalty on me, I did look at him, but I didn't say anything. I promise you guys, I didn't say anything to him. I just looked at him and I had to hurry up and catch
oh,
myself and turn around before the dang referee came and threw a flag on me. But it was good, man. It's definitely a good feeling to finally get back in that box. Like I said, coming off of last year, man, it was a long wait, but it was all a blessing. It was a good feeling to finally score a touchdown in my senior year. Like I said, hopefully I can just keep on going up from here. And like I said, we got Florida next, so I just hope the streak continues. Like I said, I'm just going out just trying to make plays whenever it come my way. So it was a good feeling though. It was a good touchdown. I hope I get the day you got Moss thing again. I don't know. Randy Moss got to look out for me, man. I think it was pretty pop. Darius, do you remember a game where you got caught or messed up because you were tired?
I said game that I know I had some like MAs on was Tennessee of last year because they were like a tempo team, so they was trying to snap the ball and get as many plays in as they can. So just going up and down the field, it was like very exhausting.
Well, shoot, sound like you should hit Cycle Bar.
No doubt. Cycle Bar offers the best premium indoor cycle in Columbia. It is super intense and high energy, but unlike a lot of workouts, it's actually fun.
Cycle Bar takes pride in their music. The rod is built around music, and it's the music that riders lean on when times get tough.
Riders come to feel alive and live in the moment. They know that whether they ride the best in class or just starting out, Cycle Bar is where they belong.
We highly encourage you guys to check it out. And guess what? The first ride is free.
Just go to cyclebar.forestacres.com and book your ride today. You can also follow them on Instagram for all the latest content. All right. All right. So I'm about
Shoot,
to throw out a.
you had a little INT though, didn't you?
Hey, come on, man. You gotta
Was
step a
that
little
was this like number 3 on the year or something?
man. So it would be three. Well, actually, it would be four because Arkansas had one, but I got knocked out of bounds with that one. So and then the A&M, I got the one at A&M, and then so in college, on a 2 point conversion, you get an interception. They don't count it.
Oh,
But yeah, so I'll say it's two on the year, three in my career. But I mean that play, it was really just man coverage and like studying Shepard. Like that's a guy. And Vandy's offense, like in general, they are a go ball kind of team. Um, I'll say from that aspect of that play, it was really just a one on one, me and him. We know that he was a guy who was one of their shot guys, like to throw the ball deep to him. So the way we played him, it's always a leverage game. And um, really, once he took his outside release, I just kick slide to him and like try to get hands on to create that initial contact to like slow him down a little bit. And luckily enough, I really like widen him out towards the sideline. Um, and then after that, I just like I saw his eyes. I saw his eyes going up, and then I really just looked back on the back shoulder and I saw the ball. I'm like, oh, this is inside. So the ball was like going inside. So I'm like, okay, let me go make the play. So I came down with it. I really wanted to go with hands, but I was like, the way I was positioned, if I would have went with hands, I definitely probably would have dropped it. So I just like had to like shrug off and just had to like cradle it and just hold on tight to it. Cause like my safety was also coming on film. BJ's about to knock my head off if I would have stood up, probably, and I would have dropped it. So I just caught it, fell. I mean, that was a momentum play for the defense. Cause I mean, uh, Vanderbilt, they didn't throw many interceptions this year. Coach emphasized that they're a team that didn't throw many interceptions. So to get one on the first drive, I mean, that was just a momentum changer. And we came away with what, 4 turnovers total, 2 interceptions, something like that, like 2 interceptions. Um, but that's just all about us just starting fast for the most part. That's the way we got to come out. We just got to come out, start fast, and create momentum. Like we got to create our own momentum, especially when you're going into somebody else's environment. You got to create your own momentum. And going to Vandy, man, it felt like we was back at Willie B. All the way the
Yeah,
fans were.
shout out to
Honestly,
the
man,
fans, man. You guys filled
shout
up
out
their
to the
stadium more than they
fans.
did. You guys are
Yep,
out there.
man. So I mean, it was packed with Garnet and Black. I mean, as soon as the pick, man, it got loud. I'm like, Vandy fans shout out to us too. I thought Vandy fans got excited, but it was just the way that we packed out that stadium, man. So like you just said, man, shout out to those guys for coming traveling with us to that game. But crazy sequence that nobody I don't think nobody really paid attention to. Going back a couple weeks to Texas A&M, Xavier scored first, right? He scored that kickoff return. The next series, I get my interception, and then on against Vanderbilt, I get the interception first, and then Xavier scores on the next offensive drive. So it's like we just went back and forth with that one. So maybe Xavier can go ahead and score first again, and I'll just get another pick. We can do it like that.
Shoot,
I don't think nobody like really realized
gotta make something
that
happen,
sequence.
man. Gotta make
All
something
right, so
happen.
X, I need X to go ahead and take another one back to the house and get first. Please get another pick. But we're hopping into this week, Florida week, going down to the swamp down there in Gainesville. Those guys, man. I did a media day the other day, and it was basically telling me like asking about how they are, how does the offense, and how those guys are. I mean, in my opinion, man, they compare to Arkansas with Richardson at quarterback. He's a big dude. He can throw the ball and he can beat you with his feet, like KJ from the quarterback for Arkansas. So that's what is my similarity to those guys are, because they can run the ball most definitely. And when they do throw the ball, they're throwing the ball down the field. So it's gonna feel like another Arkansas game. But in this case, we've improved over the season. We're looking at just trying to limit the deep shots, man, and like got to control the run game and can't allow him to really get out the pocket. Really, if we can limit his ability to run and stop the run, how we done a couple times during the season, it should be a very controllable game. And then in the secondary, we just handle our business and eliminating those deep shots and creating turnovers for the offense again. Because I mean, that's one thing we want to do. We just want to get the offense as many opportunities to go score as possible. So that's what we see from their offense. They want to run the ball. Uh, that's what they want to pride themselves on. They pride themselves on running the ball. Uh, I just saw like a PFF like grading thing. They had some. I think their guard, one of their guards is like one of the top like run and graded in like run game and stuff. So that just shows like they're a team that wants to run the ball. So eliminating that run game and making them throw the ball, and when they do throw the ball, getting pressure and then getting some more interceptions, causing turnovers, is going to be a key thing for us in this game. So that's our game plan going into Gainesville, is to eliminate the explosive plays with their deep shots, control the line of scrimmage, and just contain their quarterback. So we do those three things. We should come out with a very high possibility and a high chance of winning this game.
This podcast would not be possible without the help of our sponsors, and we are proud to be supported by Bluestein Attorneys.
Bluestein Attorneys levels the playing field for those who need someone to stand up for them and make sure they get the justice they deserve. Founded in 2000, the women-owned law firm is headquartered in Colombia, but helps fight for the injured and disabled all across the Palmetto State.
Bluestein Attorneys also represent veterans all across the country to get the VA benefits they deserve for their service and sacrifice of our country. If you need to talk to a lawyer you can trust to shoot straight with you, contact them at bluesteinattorneys.com.
Josh, can you talk about what it means to be supported by attorneys who are so focused on helping the most vulnerable?
I think it's pretty cool to be supported by ladies to help out in their downtime or, the time that they have freely to, just help out the people that's most in need, especially after serving our country.
Bluestein Attorneys are all proud graduates of the University of South Carolina School of Law. As alums and even a former Gamecock letterman, they are proud to support our podcast, and we are proud to partner with such an incredible group of people.
Again, you can find them at bluesteinattorneys.com.
What would you say from like the offensive side, what you see about their defense?
Shoot, those guys can play. Shoot. But the thing is, our guys can play too. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Always going into every matchup. I feel like every SEC matchup, man, they always got us down as the underdogs and always talking about the opponent's team and what they got and the players they got on their team. And I promise you, man, we face, if not better players in practice every day. But it's just like every other week, man. We just got to go out there, win our one-on-ones, and take advantage of every opportunity. I will say, like, on the outside, it would be a lot of one-on-one battles. Got to be able to, for the offense line, just got to be able to protect. Because obviously, you see, like, man, when we get rolling, man, we're a pretty tough offense to handle. We got guys all over the field that can make those one-on-one plays. But I say, it's going to be another battle, SEC battle in the swamp. Just got to be able to stay on the field, man. Like Coach, who said it? I forgot what Coach said, man. We got to create a dang fire drill. Got to be able to stay on the field. On third down got to be able to stay on the field. And then by the time, man, their fans will be leaving up out of that stadium like a dang fire drill. So, you know what I'm saying? Just got to be able to control the tempo, control the rock, have good ball security, and just got to go take advantage of our opportunities. It's going to be a fun game, though. Wait, I think it's at, 7 o'clock?
No, this one at 4.
No, at 4? I was about to say, boy,
Yeah.
another night game, boy. Them night
Oh,
games,
don't worry.
boy.
We got. You think about next week, bro. That's next week, dog.
But I think we only had about 6 night games so far, man. They be trying to give us. These folks don't be trying to give us no prime time, boy. God, get some news.
I think every home game has been 7:30 except Georgia and Missouri.
Yeah.
Other than that, we've played almost every game this season at night.
But hey, we've been
What?
kicking butt. We've been kicking butt.
Well, it felt like high school, man, waiting all day to play.
So high school
7 o'clock to play.
cats was in school, man, doing some schoolwork.
Yeah,
Chilling.
now you just sit around, chill. Like, dang, man, we ain't trying to play yet. But yep. I mean, like Josh said, it's gonna be a fun time in the swamp as long as we go out there and handle our business. Just go out there and just compete, man. Like, dude, play the game we know we can play. And like I said earlier in I think it was Tuesday, we really can't allow an environment to dictate the way we play. So going into the swamp, yeah, it's a hostile environment. It shouldn't dictate the way we play as long as we're playing South Carolina football. It's always a nameless, faceless opponent. So that being said, as long as we can play football, how South Carolina plays football, and that's the plan to win within our living by our core values. Shouldn't matter where you play, what time you play, who you play. You just gotta go out there and you gotta follow the game plan and just execute your job. So it's gonna come to executing our jobs and just doing what we do best, and that's competing. But I mean, other than that, 4 o'clock at the Swamp in Gainesville. For those of you that will be traveling, maybe driving or flying, we wish you safe travels, and we thank you for traveling with us to support us in Gainesville. But no further ado, appreciate you guys once again for listening to another episode of Completely Cocky. It's your boy Darius Rush.
Thank you, boy, Josh, man.
Yeah, this is perfect.